should, because wishes work wonders, people.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Alabama so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Welcome to the evolution of sports radio.
You see, in this industry, just like in life, everything evolves.
Call 256-576-4977 to make your audible for the Blitz.
That man is playing Gallagher. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
It's the Afternoon Blitz. Here are your hosts, Smokey, Captain Cool, and the Bandi Man.
How you like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now?
Ooh, hello, and welcome into a treacherous Tuesday here in No Man's Land. Yes, welcome to the Afternoon Blitz on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Radio Network. I'm your host, Captain Cool.
Oh my goodness, it's Captain Cool!
Someone lose a grenade. Yes, welcome in and find us on the blitzsportsradio.com and on Facebook at the Blitz Sports Radio and on Twitter at the Blitz_sports. And now we have an app on both Android and Apple devices. Just look up the Blitz Sports Radio and you should be able to find us, get that downloaded so you guys don't miss out on any of the Tennessee Valley Blitz stuff we got going on. If you want to join in on any of the conversations today, call us at 256-576-4977 and you're live hanging with the chillest crew in sports radio, and that's because it's always cold in here. Ha. To my left, the Bandi Man, Bailey Lowry. Welcome in, Bailey.
How is it going as my brethren fall into the pit like every other day? It is, I'm feeling good today. I'm excited.
I am too. A lot of stuff going down. I had a late night last night. I was playing a video game, which I want to talk to you guys about a little bit more later. You've been hyping it up. You and it wasn't Fortnite. But you and Smokey have both been hyping it up. And speaking of Smokey, he is the man behind the glass, keeping us on the station airwaves. Smokey, Mike Honcho.
We're the ass boys.
All three of us. That's what we are.
Embrace the ass.
You got it.
That's all that matters right there. Well, boys, this has been quite the interesting day, and I'm actually pretty stoked for this show right here.
Yeah.
As we got a little bit of everything going on. We got a little bit of baseball. We got Pete Sampson of The Athletic coming on at 3 o'clock to talk Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah.
Notre Dame being a top 5 a team right now in the preseason, and we have a poll question. Let's hit up that poll question real quick. You can go to the Blitz Sports Radio app, not app, but you can go to the Blitz Sports Radio app, but the Blitz Sports Radio Twitter, at the Blitz_sports, the poll question, which CFB Week 1 game are you looking forward to the most to watch? Oregon UGA, Florida Utah, Ohio State Notre Dame, or Cincy and Arkansas?
Good.
Right now, we got a tie for the lead with Oregon and Georgia and Ohio State, Notre Dame.
All right.
So,
What did you pick?
what did I pick?
Yeah, I want to know.
I want to see how Dan Lanning does with the Ducks against his old head coach Kirby Smart.
Okay.
I actually picked Notre Dame, Ohio State. I'm interested to see how the Fighting Irish step up against a top-seeded Ohio State team and see if they can actually make a statement for this year.
Yeah, I'm with Bandi, honestly, because that first game is really going to show if Notre Dame's worth that top 5 spot.
Also, the other thing, too, is that Brian Kelly left. Marcus Freeman is in. Brian Kelly decided to become a Cajun, a fake Cajun. And, so we're going to see what the changes are going to be in South Bend looking like so far in camp this year. You can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Rose Scholar. The captain's at CPT Cool 420. And Bandy's at B. Larry 2016.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of esports coming up. And then there's also this fantasy football that I just introduced you guys to, a new era of fantasy football that DraftKings is trying out that we'll discuss a little bit later on in the show. But anyway, Captain, lead it away, sir.
Well, yeah, we got plenty of cool stuff to talk about on the cool segment coming up after the first break. We're going to be going over a lot of Yankees drama going down, a little bit of cool things in Japan because you got to add in some of that stuff, and then some car stuff, maybe some extra car stuff, and Tiger Woods rallying the troops. So you gotta love the sound of that. But very excited for what we got going on. But let me tell you guys, I played a game last night. You guys know it. I'm talking about Turbo Golf Racing.
All right.
I finally dipped my toes into the game, and I was up until 2 o'clock in the morning.
And I thought you said you were trying to go to bed earlier.
I was, and there's always something that gets in the way, and Turbo Golf Racing was the one thing that got in the way, and it took me a little bit to get down the controls because I am used to Rocket League. I'm used to hitting the ball, like jumping towards the ball, and then doing a little flip, and then keep going. You cannot do that. Doing the flip will screw you up 90% of the time because you will flip while you're still boosting. You'll boost straight into the ground, and it'll just screw you up. You just got to jump twice into it. So what me and my buddy did, because he's going off to college, we had a little hoorah. We played a little bit of hockey, a little bit of Turbo Golf Racing. We got better and better at the first few stages, and we got to level 5 and stuff. Let me tell you, that game is tough. That game is very tough to get the 3 stars, and that's exactly what we were trying to do. And then I went on to play a game of multiplayer. I played one of those, and then when I came back, the game didn't save.
No.
So if you guys know quick resume or quick play or whatever it is, jump back in with the Xbox games and stuff like that, it works horribly because a lot of the times whenever you jump back in, it could be after a week of not playing, and it could still say quick resume. It doesn't save half your stuff, and this is with a lot of the hockey games. It's with Halo Infinite. You can't just jump right back in. The game needs to kind of restart so you can kind of play it, and it'll save the progress. Well, we played 5 levels. We got 3 stars on all of them, and then we went back, and they were not saved. We played the second level about probably 50 times trying to get it. The first time we went around, it took us a few tries, and it was a nice little last-second goal, which I loved. But the second time we tried to play and get the 3 stars, it took us so long, and I finally came in clutch and scored. But yeah, up until 2 o'clock in the morning, the game's a little unhealthy for me, but I had so much fun with it, and now I know where you guys are coming from, because that game is it's what I dreamed about last night, honestly. So yeah, that's how my night went.
Hey, I mean, that's fair because that's how I lost many a race very early on in Turbo Golf Racing, was trying to front flip and try to get a lot more speed.
Yeah.
No, I did that at the start in my first match, and I was already 5 seconds behind everybody else.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, you cannot do the front
You got
flips.
to stay on the ground.
Yeah.
Stay on the ground. That is the key thing. But also, you got to utilize them rings good, especially around the hole.
The rings,
around the green.
And also you have to change the settings. This is why I got my buddy John to play with me, because I know that he plays a lot of Rocket League, and he knows exactly the settings that he plays on with Rocket League, and I do the same thing. But I don't like to go through all the settings and figure that out. So I got him to change the settings to the official Rocket League settings that all the pros would use. And some of the things, they're a little different just because not all the mechanics are the same. But being able to, feel like I was playing Rocket League, but also play a different game, I just had a better understanding of the game. Obviously, I had to get the flips down, and then I learned how to use the flying, whatever that is. You fly around instead of like being able to twist your car all over the place.
You're talking the glide?
I'm talking about the glide. The glide is if you're quick with it. I also learned that you could do a front flip, and then you could turn into the flying thing, and it just totally cancel that move. So I was literally learning all the strats. All right, Bandi. So I know you would appreciate that.
Oh, 100%.
So we started doing better. I'm probably, whenever I get back home, I will probably try and continue playing that, and it might be just the go-to game for the next few months. I don't know. We'll see about that. If I talk about it more on the station, you guys will know why.
Oh, the multiplayer, though, that's where it's at.
It is fun. I will say, I didn't do too well, but it is fun. I only played one game. So.
Well, once you get used to it, I mean, the main thing is that you're looking at it, and you don't know how much that sand and rough affects you until you are in the middle of it. You're like, oh, God.
Yeah. Really just...
I cannot move.
Just getting the settings like to where you're comfortable, that'll help you out the most, though. And, making sure you break the habits that you had in Rocket League. So if you're getting to the game, it's on Game Pass. Fun game to play. It doesn't take up too much space. So now I can finally say have fun with it. And all three of us love the game. So I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh, man. Well, at the FedEx Championship, the St. Jude Classic going on over the weekend, Will Zalatoris took home the victory. And do you guys remember when Will Zalatoris started making his name in the PGA? What a lot of people were comparing him to?
I don't remember who they were really comparing him to.
He's got a club that is owed to Happy Gilmore because he looks like the Happy Gilmore caddy.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I saw a picture about that. Adam Sandler was like congratulating him.
Yeah. Happy's happy for you. Adam Sandler tweeting out that Happy is happy for Will Zalatoris taking up the victory, which it seems like the PGA is just going completely nuts. They are going all hands on deck. Cam Smith is rumored to be, the number 2 in the world, Cameron Smith, who should be number 1 after that joke of a penalty.
Yeah.
So Tiger Woods is having to come in and rally the troops to be like, all right, we got to go against this live golf right here.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk more about that one.
He's gathering the Justice League against the Legion of Doom.
It is a really funny situation.
But the question is the PGA the Legion of Doom? Or is the Live Golf the Legion?
It's got to be the LIV. It's got to be. I mean, the PGA's been around forever. That's the light side, all right? The dark side is the LIV, all right? They just came out of nowhere and were like, hey, we're going to give you money. You just play for us, all right? Yeah.
And the PGA was like, wait, giving our players money? What is that?
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
You're banned. You're all banned.
Real quick, too, Schefter just put out on the Twitterverse, too, that looks like Zach Wilson's knee procedure is a success, and the best that could have happened with it for the Jets happened. So they're not going to put him back on the field until he's 100%, but there are no surprises from the original diagnosis. So it looks like he probably will be ready week 1.
Okay. Well, I still want to see Joe Flacco play. So
Joe Flacco.
Maybe the Jets should probably, let Zach sit out one more game just so we can see maybe a resurgence in the Joe Flacco world. But we'll see about it. He might not even play. Might never play again.
Hey, man. I mean, Joe Flacco's got a ring. So
he does. He doesn't really need to play again. I mean, man's made his money. Even being a backup for the last few years, he's got all the money he needs.
Have you ever heard Scott Van Pelt in his Baltimore accent?
No.
Maryland accent?
No, I haven't.
That he says, Joe Flacco.
You sound like you did a pretty good job on it.
Well, I cannot. It's like I can't say Texas without having that emphasis in there because of how funny and how I just kept. It was like it gets stuck in my brain and I can't. So whenever I hear Joe Flacco,
you have to say it like that.
I automatically go into the Baltimore accent.
That's understandable.
It's kind of like whenever I hear "oi," I automatically hear Billy Butcher.
Oh yeah.
Oi.
Oi. He's saying oi. Okay. And then I thought he said, oh, yeah. I was like, oi. Well, it's good to have a little bit of different pronunciation on these words and names. I mean, you got to have a little bit of character to it, you know? Got to throw a little bit of character to the voice. Why not? We got to figure out how to say my name in a cool name. Ayo, Captain.
Oh, hold on. My bad. I forgot. Actually, Joe Flacco, Schefter just put it out just a second ago. Joe Flacco is actually in line to start week 1 against the Ravens.
Yes, Joe Flacco. One more chance.
Flacco mania.
You and your Flacco.
It's going to get crazy. I used to hate him on the Ravens, dude. Yeah. He's not on the Ravens. I don't have to hate him anymore. I want to see him do well. I want to see him succeed and then leave the NFL forever. Because that's what he needs to. I mean, he's getting up there in age.
He's going to go like 24 for 29, like 1 interception. People are going to say he's back.
One interception? Just 1 interception? No touchdowns?
It's Joe Flacco. He's going to have an interception.
He's got to have 1 at least.
Well, other bits of news that we got going on in the wire today is the NBA has decided to take off Election Day so we could all do our civil duty and go vote because the NBA games were really affected us going out to the polls.
Yes, I'm so glad that the NBA decided they would humble us by not playing a game on Election Day just so we could go out and vote.
Dang, I really wanted to see the Utah Jazz on that exact day that we're supposed to vote. I don't even know what the day is.
Quit pandering towards Bailey.
Hey, knowing our schedule, we probably wouldn't have had a national game anyway. God forbid we get a Christmas game ever.
Well, Tuesday, I mean, it's NBA on TNT night, man. No, that's generally how they do it.
Oh, boy, so I get to watch the Lakers play again.
Oh, God, the Lakers. Goodness gracious almighty. Oh. And you just made me forget what I was trying to search. Damn you.
I know, I can't wait to watch my national coverage of the Lakers and, the Bucks now? Yeah, they're changing it over to the Bucks because of how well they're playing.
Oh, jeez. The Bucks are the new
Speaking
team.
of the Bucks, did you I know we didn't talk about this yesterday, but did y'all hear about Giannis talking about possibly going to Chicago?
That would be disgusting.
How would it be disgusting?
What do you mean? Miami already has a solid roster. Just adding Giannis to it, that would be incredibly good.
But yes, I mean, it would be extremely good. But Giannis, I mean, you could take out Vucevic and replace him with Giannis, and it's pretty solid. Or, Lonzo. Take out Lonzo.
Yeah, it's way more than solid.
Also, we have the Christmas Day slate of games that has been announced for the NBA.
Yes.
So when we are opening the presents under the tree, here's what we be getting. Looks like if I had to put it on, I'm going to try and guess how they're going to put it in order. Starting out probably with the Knicks and Sixers.
Okay.
I mean, I got to say that's got to be it right there. You're looking at your 2:30 game probably being Bucks and Celtics. I would say that would probably be it. Then we got our prime time, or not the prime time, but the prime viewing time of Warriors and Grizzlies.
That will be an amazing game.
Love the Glizzies.
And then after that, we've got Nuggets and Suns, and we're probably going to finish off with, or no. Nuggets and Suns we'll probably finish off with. Mavericks and Lakers would probably have that next slot after there with old Luka Doncic going up against the Lakers.
Because they are in Texas.
Texas.
Play the sounder. Ass boys.
Yeah, so they probably got that second to last game and then ended it off with that West Coast battle between the Suns and the Nuggets.
But it's not a bad little setup for Christmas for the NBA. And I believe we've also got NFL Christmas Day games this year, too, because Christmas hits on a Sunday. I believe.
Well, they gotta. I feel like they always do it. Who we got playing in the Christmas games this season? I feel like the Packers will be one of them. Maybe the Browns.
I mean, do we know what time the Lions play on Thanksgiving?
We've got the Christmas trip. Lions always play at 11. Lions are always at 11. Cowboys are always the afternoon. Christmas Day games, we've got Packers going to Miami.
Okay.
Broncos going to L.A. to play the Rams. And Bucks and Cardinals. Those are our Christmas Day games.
Bucks and Cardinals will be a good game, hopefully. We can only hope.
You have the good old Packers versus
and they've also put where they're going to be airing as well, how to watch the Christmas Day triple header.
Yeah.
Pack and Dolphins are going to be at Fox on your noon game. noon kickoff. Then we got Broncos and Rams on 3:30. CBS and Nickelodeon is going to have the game. So we got a Nickelodeon game with that
My
one.
favorite.
And then Bucks Cardinals is going to be on NBC.
Well, put it in your calendars, everybody.
Yeah, have y'all caught one of those Nickelodeon broadcasts before?
I caught it when it was Bears and Saints in the playoffs.
I remember
that. Thank goodness for the Nickelodeon broadcast because I couldn't stand watching Mitchell Trubisky like that, winning the MVP in a losing battle. Bears fans chose him as the MVP because they were just like, this is absolutely ridiculous.
Nickelodeon valuable player.
I mean, it's honestly not a bad way to watch it.
It's entertaining.
The play-by-play broadcasters, in my opinion, not the best in the industry. But with all the extra stuff that they do to make it a little more entertaining, it's actually not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, don't they have like a kid in the booth as well whenever they're doing the broadcasts?
Yeah, like the announcers are really they're
just
more
young.
geared toward kids.
Yeah.
Got some breaking news too, boys, from the world of gaming.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, yes. As EA Sports put out a little bit of news about NCAA football 24.
Oh, crap.
Oh, what did they say?
This is big.
It's going to include Road to Glory and Dynasty mode.
Exactly.
Yes.
I mean, I would hope that it would.
So it looks
Jeez.
like we got our Heisman set up for the NCAA game. And, of course, you got to go Dynasty mode.
Of course.
If you hadn't played Dynasty mode in a college football game, what is wrong with you? How do you play your Dynasty?
Me?
Yeah.
I used to hop on. I did do Alabama for the longest time.
Just straight Bama?
Straight Bama, but then I got bored of it, so then I moved on to like smaller teams like Miami and Texas Tech, all the teams with kind of interesting jerseys and stuff. And then MTSU when I first played it, when I was the Road to Glory, that's how I did it. I was the quarterback, and I used to just run all the time. I was a heavy running quarterback, so that's how I did it.
Bandy?
I would kind of do the same thing, except I would set mine as a running back, and I would create a just juiced out player.
I'm talking Dynasty mode where you're the coach.
Oh, see,
Like
I never did Dynasty.
You never did Dynasty.
What?
I never did playing as a coach.
No, I mean, one of the best things about it is like you could coach like Idaho and work your way up and get a higher job.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but see, I liked being the player on the field for that bad.
Understandable.
For that bad team and carrying them to a natty.
Understandable. I will say that.
Like putting like a 5-star running back recruit on someone like Akron or Youngstown State and then carrying them to a national championship was one of the best feelings.
So the real question is with this new NCAA game, is it going to have a lot of the teams, or is it going to have like only the 130 teams?
you know what I really think is going to be interesting is to see how the super conferences roll around with this.
Oh, you're right. Like how it's going to be updated like once Texas and Oklahoma join in?
Uh-huh.
Ooh. But there's one other thing I see in a tweet. This will not be made for PS4 or Xbox One.
It's only new gen consoles.
It's only new gen, and it has not been announced on PC yet either.
Oh.
Was it on PC originally? I don't think it was.
I don't think so. I think it
Yeah.
was only a console game.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I would shell out and buy a PS5 or an Xbox. What's the new Xbox called?
Xbox Series S or X.
It's a Series X. I believe.
Series S and X. They're both the brand new consoles. They're just one of them's a lower end that you can get, which I have, and it works perfectly. But it's only digital games.
Oh yeah, you got the digital only one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same guy my brother has. But thank you, PlayStation, for keeping it simple. But I don't know if I would shell out and buy a new console just for NCAA 24.
I mean, I would.
I mean, that's $500.
Well, no, if you buy the new Xbox Series S, this is like a commercial right here. You can get it for $300. And you can play all the new games you want to play. And $300, I mean, if you were trying to buy NCAA 14, it's probably around the exact same price right now on eBay. So you might as well just go and buy that Xbox Series S. I got one. I think it works great. You got me to attest to for that. And I play it every single day. It hasn't caused me any troubles. Troubles.
Did you try to say bubbles and troubles?
I was trying to say troubles and problems. And I said them at the same time. There's something wrong with me.
Troubles.
Help.
Anyway.
Maybe you need to cool down a little bit.
Anyway, yeah, speaking of that, we got to take a quick commercial break because when we get back, it is time to cool down a little bit because we have started out hot. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps demonstrate their commitment to defend the American way of life. Since 1775, we have served our nation as a force in readiness. From combat operations to humanitarian assistance in every corner of the world. No matter where the mission takes us today, or wherever our country needs us tomorrow, we always remember the land we call home. As Marines, we take a stand for each other, for our nation, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
What's better than Valley Equipment Rental? 2 Valley Equipment Rentals, and that's just what we have now. The original on the South Memorial Parkway between Drake and Airport Road, and their second location on North Memorial Parkway just north of Winchester Road. Valley Equipment is locally owned and has more skid steers, excavators, and lifts than anyone in the area, plus all the small tools that you need to get the job done like a pro. And if you are a pro, you need to check out the new North location now because Valley Equipment has what you need. Learn more at valleyequipmentrents.com.
This is Wes Neighbors talking to Chris Haygood of Bob Wallace Appliance. Chris, what sets you apart from other appliance dealerships?
Wes, these appliances are going into the most used room in your house, your kitchen. The way we have these appliances displayed, it's easy for you to visualize how they'll look in your home. Wes, what sets us apart is the people. They're well trained. In fact, they live and breathe these appliances. And if you need service, you'll really appreciate our parts department.
Contact Bob Wallace Appliance at 256-533-2121.
Great food and the best live entertainment is what it's all about at the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill. Head to downtown Huntsville every Tuesday for karaoke on the only outdoor karaoke stage in North Alabama. Thursday night is the Valley's longest running and biggest bike night. Food and drink specials, giveaways, and live music on the patio. And the Furniture Factory menu is fully loaded with options from steaks to salads, plus a whole lot more. Featuring a weekday happy hour that starts at 3, 619 Meridian Street, downtown Huntsville, and online at FurnitureFactoryBarGrill.com.
Guys, when we were 20, we never had to worry about spontaneity. And now that we've gotten older, spontaneity has been replaced with pills and injections. We're just trying to keep that intimacy, but it's taken away from spontaneity. At Advanced Life Clinic, we now offer GainsWave, which uses sound waves to non-invasively treat this issue with no need for pills or injections. Just give us a call, 256-888-9367, or check us out online, advancedlifeclinic.com.
Hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. Lips as sweet as candy.
Welcome back to the Afternoon Blitz. We're taking it a little chill, taking it a little calm, vibing to some music, chilling out with my buddies. That's exactly what we're doing. You guys are listening to the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Radio Network. I'm your host, Captain Cool, sitting next to the Bandi man Lowry to my left. Yep. And then behind the glass, spinning the tracks, doing all the work for us to keep on the stream and in your earways, it is the Smokey Mike Honcho.
Smokey!
If you guys want to join in on any of the conversations, make sure you call us at 256-576-4977, and make sure you download our app because it's now on Apple and Android app stores, so everybody can get a little bit of this. I know you guys want it, you know? And, yeah. Well, we got a lot of conversations to talk about because, guys, it's getting cool down in here, so let's get into it.
It's getting hot in here.
Hot air, so hot it hurts.
That's a spicy meatball.
So it's time to cool down with Captain Cool.
Yeah. You know what cool is?
What?
You're looking at.
That's right. Now, first off, I wanted to get this out of the way. Aaron Rodgers has a bust of Nicolas Cage in his locker. That's pretty cool.
Wait, what? Start out with it.
I had to get it off my shoulders. It wasn't on my my sheet, but I saw it. like for 2 seconds. I thought it was pretty comedic, so that's pretty cool. Moving on. The Yankees, what's going on over there? Aaron Judge continues to be electric, but the Yankee spark is out. While the Yankees are still playing as bad as they have done well at the beginning of the season, they're also looking forward to some stuff from Judge. He's the only guy making productivity for him, and it's tough. It's tough. All right, the Yankees, they're looking rough right now. Judge, on the other hand, has 46 home runs this year, equaling 11 more than the second place Kyle Schwarber. However, Judge hasn't even been able to produce in the last 2 games because the Yankees have been shut out by both the Red Sox on Sunday and the Rays last night. No points at all. What are the Yankees doing? They went from being top-tier team, flying through teams, destroying, looking like they'd easily go to the World Series and win it. Now, their spark has kind of just died out. The Yankees are looking like maybe top 3 worst team in the league.
I mean, isn't that kind of the trend of baseball, though? Is that you have these kind of 7-game stretches where you just look on top of the world and, like, nobody can stop you. And then you'll have another 4 or 5 game stretch where you look like the worst team in the league and that everybody can beat you.
Yeah, no. The Yankees have been, ever since the All-Star break, they've been just shaky. Been barely even the Yankees that we've seen at the beginning of the season, whereas the Mets and the Dodgers consistently are winning games. Dodgers just hit 80 wins, first team to 80. Mets almost there. They're getting there close. Except for they're not going to get there playing like they did last night against the Braves. Jeez, you saw that one. That was rough. I don't know what's worse, getting shut out to the Rays or getting shut out or getting destroyed. Sorry, because the Mets didn't get shut out. They just got destroyed last night. But the Yankees are still first in the AL East, but they are 2-7 in the last 10 games. And that is kind of the theme that's been going on. If this keeps up with the Bronx Bombers, they may miss out on the World Series conversation altogether. But they play the Rays tonight in the Game 2 of the series. What the heck was that?
What was that?
I think one of the series tried to talk to us. Get out of here. I struck my phone. I don't want him talking to me anymore.
See, I don't know. It sounds like a guy voice. You got a guy Siri?
Yeah, I got a guy Siri.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. I threw it in the corner. He's Australian. He's cool, dude. He's just like a bro in my pocket.
Oh, I got a British one.
Is it a girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want any more girls in my life.
I'm not a fan of the British accent on a woman, to be honest with you. Irish, I love.
Jeez.
British, not so much.
He's going after you guys. Anybody British listening to us.
Sound like Charles Barkley in NBA.
But hopefully, the Yankees can turn it around. I know my Siri didn't like me talking so down of them. I don't even like talking down of them. But
well, wouldn't you rather have this be the down period for the team?
I mean,
and then if they could be able to get it back in about early September?
Honestly, I wish they did what the Braves did and kind of were a sleeper team at the beginning of the season, and then they went out to just destroy teams going forward, and they're still destroying teams.
Yeah, but I mean, on the plus side, I mean, it's really the American League for the Astros and the Yankees at this point. I mean, the Mariners are 9 games back from the Yankees at all, so. But kind of like how Smokey said, this is probably the best time for them to have this down stretch, and pick it up in September and see where we go, because I'm looking at the playoff percentages, and them and the Astros are sitting at 99.9%.
Oh, yeah. The Yankees are definitely going to the playoffs. There's no doubt about that. Now, who will the Yankees get to play in the playoffs, and who will they hopefully beat? We don't know. But any team could beat them right now, as we see, obviously, with the Rays being kind of a tough team for the Yankees. Same with the Red Sox. Red Sox just a rivalry game with them, so it's always kind of tough with them, always a little chippy. But, you just hate to see it. But thankfully, the Yankees already got the insurance they needed. They got the wins. They could sleep for the rest of the season and still probably make it into the playoffs. But let's hope they win a few more games so they can really assure that they are still one of the best teams in the league, because right now they're looking like poopy caca. I don't know what that means. What does that mean, Smokey? Poopy caca. Poopy caca. What is that?
Caca?
Poopy caca.
Poopy caca?
I think it's a word.
Or poppycock.
No, not poppycock. See, that's you use it in a different way. All right, that's poppycock, but no, they're looking like poopy caca.
Poopy caca.
come up with words on the spot. Probably already a word. Okay, moving on. Bandi, do you like anime?
I do like anime.
How about cars?
Depends on the kind of car, but yeah.
Okay. Well, the city represented in Initial D. You ever heard of it?
Initial D?
Yeah, Initial D.
The band?
I'm talking about the anime.
I've not seen the anime.
Okay, well, the city represented in Initial D, Shibukawa City, aka S City in the anime, is creating a taxi service where you can pay a minimum of 1,000 yen, which is around $10 in American currency, to be driven around to wherever you want, and any of the two. Well, right now there's two. They're starting out with two, but I know they're going to go for more because Initial D has plenty of cars. And if this is a successful thing, which I think it will be, I think that the browser, what is it? The library of vehicles that they're going to let you ride around in is going to expand. But two vehicles from the classic Initial D series. These cars consist of the Mazda RX-7, themed from the anime.
Oh, wait a minute. I've seen this anime.
You've seen some of this anime.
Yep. One of my friends who's very into cars and like drift racing has shown me clips from the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wild show.
It is. It's a very nostalgic show too. Just because it is a little bit older, it is a classic. But it is what kind of got me into vehicles in the first place, and it's where I am right now. So because I love them. But yeah, the RX-7, you can ride around in that. And then my personal favorite, the Toyota Corolla AE86. Yeah.
Corolla?
Yeah, it's a Toyota Corolla.
Really?
Yeah. If you've seen it, you probably know. Like, it is an iconic car.
I haven't seen the anime.
Yeah, it's all right. Hey, even if you see pictures just of this car, what it looks like from the anime in real life or something like that, you kind of might know. You might know just because of how iconic it is. It is iconic. But let me tell you, boys, I would pay $2,010 for the round trip to Japan and also the 10 minutes riding around in this 86 because I've only seen a handful of 86s in my life. Some of them on Marketplace, all ridiculously priced, but I would give my left kidney to ride around in the classic Japanese AE86. So
left kidney, he
my
says.
left kidney. I don't need it. I'd rather ride around in the car.
You only need one.
If you guys haven't watched this Initial D series and you like cars, you have to get on it. It's what got me into the 86 in the first place. Obviously, nowadays, Toyota GT86 or the brand new Toyota GR86. They're my favorite cars. I would love to drive it. I'm driving a Mustang right now currently. But I know it's kind of a flip from muscle car to JDM. It's just kind of what I got to do. I just got to, one of these days, when I'm there, I will buy. And I know we talked about that a little bit on whenever we talked about the lottery. The first thing I'd buy, one of those cars, because they're not that expensive either. But yeah, they're like 5 seasons of the show, a few movies, and a sequel anime is on its way, and I'm personally very excited for it. It's called Something Ghost, and it is a newer 8.6 instead of the old 8.6. So I love to see the modern stuff coming into play.
Now, I didn't know there was a sequel anime coming out of this.
Oh, yeah. It's really cool. It's something Ghost something. I forgot the name. HR Ghost or something like that. I don't know. It's a red GT86 and it's got the number 86 on the side and it looks pretty cool. CG animation. That's just how they've done it because doing cars in anime, you gotta sometimes do CG, make it look a little bit better. Okay, moving on. We still have some more car news. This one's kind of cool because it's in the muscle car category. Okay, Dodge announced that they will be making it easier to purchase a 2023 convertible Challenger. That's right, I said convertible Challenger. I have a convertible Mustang. Convertibles are awesome. I know plenty of people that love the Challenger that want it, okay? In the past, you'd have to personally take your Challenger to a third-party convertible installation team to get that all set up. That's a hassle, man. But nowadays, Dodge will send it to them themselves. Okay, they're working with a certain group that makes the convertible conversion. So they will send it to them themselves as soon as you buy it. It's just something you got to type in the computer, I guess. But no, that's convenient. I'd say so. That's awesome. However, working with the third-party teams in this way will have its drawbacks. Think about this. If you want a convertible Mustang, It'll cost you around 5.5K extra. So, I mean, not bad. It's not doable. If you really want it, you can do it. The car's already probably around $40-something thousand. So, but if you want a Chevy Camaro, it'll cost you around 6K extra. Still, not too much, a little bit more. But if you want your Challenger to rock the soft top, it'll end up costing you around low price of $25,000.
Just the low price of $25K.
Just a low price, and that's an addition. That's an addition to the price of the vehicle. It's gonna be $25,000 extra. I mean, swayed my opinion. I might not want one anymore. They look sick. Look them up. They look awesome. It may sway some people to the competition, but you'll know who's got the money when you see someone rocking a brand new Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat with the top down.
True.
Yeah. So, crazy news for Dodge. People have been asking for it for a while. Maybe when I'm rich and old, that's what I'll be riding. Right now, I think I'll stick to the Mustang because it costed me $4,000 and I'm riding it till it breaks. So, that's how we're going to do it. Moving on. Okay, with 3 stories in, 3 stories deep. This is usually where you guys throw in stuff.
Well, I got something to throw in. If Bandi's got it queued up over there and didn't X out of it.
Okay, well,
I did not X out of it.
All right, so you guys have heard of DeColdis Crawford from about a few weeks ago. They got an NIL deal for a heating and cooling company.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when you got the name DeColdest,
he is the coldest.
But the Nebraska wide receiver was able to get this NIL deal, and then his first commercial popped off. Bandi, hit it.
I'm so glad we called SOS. RAC is the coldest.
Who is this?
I'm always the coldest.
SOS to the rescue.
Hey, this is Dakota Crawford, wide receiver from Louisiana, now playing in Lincoln. When your AC isn't the coldest, you call SOS Heating and Cooling.
Keep it
Their
up.
techs don't make commissions, so they give you an honest opinion, fair pricing, and longer warranties than the competition, guaranteed. Take it from the coldest. We will keep you cool this summer.
Wow. Talk about cool. The swagger he had with that one.
Like that opening.
I wonder how many takes it took.
Play the oh, you already deleted it? I was gonna say play the beginning of it again because it's so weird.
But literally the beginning of that where he goes, "I'm always the coldest." It looks like something out of Full House.
It scares me. Who is the child? Who is the lady?
Yes, I know, right?
Are they like? Did he have a kid with her? Is it just some random woman that's just like living in a house alone with her kid? And saying I want air conditioning.
What is the lore behind the commercial? I want to know why did she need her AC fixed? What caused it to break?
But sadly, it looks like that DeColdis Crawford has recently suffered a likely season-ending knee injury, and so his NIL deal for the commercial is going to be his income for right now. And I got one more thing before. Before I let Bandi get in, and this couple over in Cedar Rapids, Cedar Point. Cedar Point. Sandusky, Ohio is the exact town to be exact. But a pair of 32-year-olds were arrested Sunday night after admitting to have sex on the giant wheel.
That's cool.
What?
Cedar Point's 145-foot high Ferris wheel instead of waiting to get back into their car. Well, let's see. According to the Sandusky, Ohio Police Department report, David Davis and Heather Johnson decided that Sunday night would be the perfect time to fornicate instead of waiting to get to their car. The only problem with the Ferris wheel was that there was a group of female juveniles who were in a cart below the couple and saw the whole act as it transpired.
No.
Some people are into that, though.
I mean, I'm looking. I've never been to the Cedar Point Ferris wheel. I'm looking at the picture of it, and the way the carts are, there's one right next to each other. So they would have been seen anyway. What is the point?
Johnson denied the sex claim and noted that she was wearing shorts under her dress and that she bent over to pick up a pack of smokes that had fallen out of her shorts. She bent over and Davis, quote unquote, helped her. The witnesses tell a different story, as they were just trying to find a fun day on America's roller coaster. One juvenile said that, quote, she saw the woman on her hands and knees and saw the man behind her. I asked them if they saw any of the couple's genitals, and they stated yes.
Yes, we've seen them. It's official.
According to the full police report, the witnesses say that they, quote, saw the woman's bare butt and the man's penis.
the emphasis on that.
Penis.
Imagine being the officer, like, interrogating the witnesses after, just like, sir, how much did you see up there? Everything.
I need you to draw a description of all of what transpired up there, actually. The real question is, did they find the cigarettes?
Hold on. The witnesses further stated they could clearly see the genitalia as they saw him insert.
Turn this off.
No.
They also stated that they could feel the car shaking and see both the male and female moving back and forth. When pressed by smart police officers, David Crackton said Heather might have, quote unquote, shaken her ass a little after bending over for their cigarette.
Why are you looking this long in the first place to be able to give this much detail?
So, I'll say this, all right? People do their own things. They have fun, whatever. You should know that Ferris wheels will shake and people will witness. So maybe next time, take it easy somewhere else.
Man, we could not find the pack of cigarettes to corroborate your story.
We lost the cigarettes, so we decided to find something else.
Smoking a pancake.
Ugh.
All right, Bandi,
Gross.
top that.
I don't think I can. How do I top that? I think we're running close to time anyway.
Well, real quick then, I'm going to take over and I'm going to finish off the cool segment with this Tiger Woods. He's gathering up all the top PGA players to rally against the LIV Tour's treason against the sport of golf. This group of members meeting with Tiger will include many of the top 20 players in the world and other players who are in the PGA and have not gone to the dark side as of yet. Okay? Look, let's make this simple though. If you have officially leave the PGA Tour for the LIV, you shouldn't be able to play in the PGA. If there was a competitor to the NFL that played in the fall, you wouldn't play in both leagues, so why would you try and play in both leagues when it comes to golf?
I would say when it comes to this, you take this season as an exception. Because the LIV has just started out, and since a lot of these players have been playing on tour events before moving over to the LIV, and have since then garnered FedEx Cup points, I feel like this season they should be allowed to compete.
Okay.
But moving forward, when LIV events no longer count toward that total, or like they don't count at all right now anyway.
Yeah.
But when they're not getting counted for it, and they're not playing PGA Tour events anymore, that's when they can't compete in it.
And like you said, though, last week, or I think it was last week, I believe it was, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
And for the PGA, the problem is this, okay? They're going to have some of the players, and they got to keep them happy. So they got to do something different. They got to start upgrading themselves. And I think that the LIV is going to be some good competition that will help the PGA grow away from their classic yet archaic practices.
Yeah, it's a weird kind of situation. You got to lose, because it's for the LIV guys. We got all these points before, and you won't let us use these points. Why not? Like, do they just not matter anymore? All these events that we won are placed to get these points, and then the PGA Tour guys are like, well, you left this tour to go to a different one. Why are you trying to come back and play in this tour in this event that's only for this tour? So
this is a crazy thing. All right, well, we got to get out of here. So, when we come back, what are we doing, Smokey? What are we doing?
Well, we're previewing hour number 2 with Pete Sampson of The Athletic.
That's exactly what we're doing.
Covering Notre Dame football, so we were going to get a little bit more into the Irish and see what's happening with Marcus Freeman's first season over there in South Bend with Touchdown Jesus going on. But anyway, let's get the quick commercial break in because we don't want to do a Tom Abraham segment. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
The Blitz has been called.
McCurry Motors is your car and van rental headquarters. You can rent the vehicle you need today. Family in town, sporting event, church function, no matter what your need, McCurry Motors has you covered with a wide selection of cars and vans available for rent. They have 12-passenger Mercedes Sprinter vans, 12-passenger Ford Transit vans, 15-passenger Ford Transit vans, and 15-passenger Chevrolet Express vans. They have 2 locations, Highway 72 in Athens or Max Luther Drive in Huntsville.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your insulation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on 2 services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding a solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
With us today, Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Van Care of Huntsville.
When we evaluate a patient and they indeed have significant venous disease, most third-party payers, private insurance, Medicare, require us to treat every patient conservatively at least 90 days. Conservative treatment includes increasing ambulation, elevation of the legs, and the wearing of compression stockings. It's very common for folks to come see us in March or April wanting to have their veins fixed before they go into swimsuits starting in June. When we see someone in March or April, they're going to require at least 90 days of conservative treatment before we can even go to the insurance carrier to get permission to treat their veins. So if you think you have a venous problem, now is the time to come in and get a free screening so we can determine whether or not you need something evaluated. If you have a vein problem or you think you may have a vein problem, now's the time to contact us at bestveincarehuntsville.com.
When I chose a garage door company, I did my homework. I needed Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. They have a 5-star Google rating. I checked the reviews and liked what their customers had to say. Precision Overhead Garage Door has lifetime warranty packages. Same-day service if I call before 2 p.m. If they can't make it the same day, my service call fee the next day is waived. They did a 25-point safety inspection on the door and operator. Now that's peace of mind. Residential, commercial, and gate services. Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. Call 256-400-4500.
Listen to the wind blow, watch the sun rise. Run in the shadows, damn your love, damn your life.
You know, ironically, for leading the segment that has country music, I am not a country music fan.
This isn't no country music.
It sounds like it at the start.
Are you kidding me?
It sounds like it.
Fleetwood Mac? Fleetwood Mac is not a country music. And you know what movie this was in?
Oh, what movie?
Guardians. It's part of the Guardians soundtrack.
I love that song.
Volume 1?
I believe, yeah, it is Volume 1.
I
Because
have not seen Guardians 1 in a while.
You need to go catch yourself on that again.
Yeah, should.
I think the last time I saw it was in theaters. But either way, welcome back to the Afternoon Blitz, where my music taste is apparently trash. But on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Network, I'm your host, Bandi Man, a.k.a. Bailey Lowry. On my right, as always, Captain Cool John Abraham.
Hey.
And our always reliable producer, Smokey Mike Huncho.
You know what? For your take on that, you deserve one of these.
Yeah, there it is. Where's the? I thought Chad opened up the wah wah. We had like a sad sound effect. Now he might have added that on the normal computer.
It's in the zone one, not in the Blitz one.
One of these days
I got
we'll
to
get
transfer to the Blitz.
We do.
You see, we got for people. This is the reason why the camera does not go into the production room, is because there's so much stuff in here, and really the only place we have a camera, I would look extremely tiny, and I'm 6'1", 270. So if I look tiny, that's a problem.
Yeah.
So that is why when the stream, as Captain Cool always likes to call it, that you get Captain Cool and the Bandi Man's beautiful faces, while I am just a voice, which I am fine with being just a voice. I don't need my face out there. I'm not, well, I mean, it is what it is. It's what we got here. I don't know how to top whatever the heck I brought. I don't even know.
That's a good one.
That was a doozy. How?
I need to find those stories.
That was a doozy, but I mean,
it popped right there in the timeline, and it was like, oh, I'll click on this. This is perfect for right now.
That's what's funny about Facebook and Twitter. You always pull it up, and something weird comes up. Like I just saw a video of this woman pouring gasoline into this Jeep, and then she uses one of those grill lighters to set it on fire, and it literally blows her back because the fire just emerges and it takes her, and she flies into the other car, and then she runs away with the gasoline.
I mean, it kind of reminded me of a similar story I had when I was working at the Space and Rocket Center.
Somebody took somebody on Space Shot?
Well, no, I was working the G-force machine, the centrifuge.
Oh, why would somebody do that? Anyway, continue.
No, but I had to kick a high school couple off the ride because they were making out on the ride across from a small family of 4.
Ew!
And
gross.
To be honest, I don't know how they were doing it with 3 G's of force pressing down on them.
Well, it was a heavy kiss, I'll tell you that much.
It was. So that does it for hour number 1. Hour number 2 is coming in hot. We have Pete Sampson of The Athletic talking Notre Dame and Marcus Freeman's first year. You're listening to The Afternoon Blitz.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your insulation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on 2 services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
Hey folks, this is Arthur Seaton, Managing Partner at University Kia, here letting you know we are proud supporters of Madison Academy football. Stop into the University Kia today and shop our large selection of new Kias, including the all-new Telluride 8-passenger SUV, the stylish new K5, and sporty new Seltos. Visit universitykia.com to view all our great offers and get pre-approved in minutes so you can drive home your new Kia today, because we want to see you in a Kia. Go Mustangs!
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding a solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up. Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Welcome to the evolution of sports radio.
You see, in this industry, just like in life, everything evolves.
Call 256-576-4977 to make your audible for the Blitz.
That man is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
It's the Afternoon Blitz. Here are your hosts, Smokey, Captain Cool, and the Bandi Man.
Hour number 2 is coming in hot and heavy, guys. Right here on the Afternoon Blitz. 256-576-4977 is the phone number to get in. On Twitter, you can follow me, Old Smokey, at Rose Scholar. You can follow Captain Cool at CPT Cool 420 and the Bandi Man at B Lowry 2016. We also have a poll question out on the Blitz Sports Radio. You can go at the Blitz_sports. And the poll question for today is, which college football week 1 game are you most looking forward to watching? Have had some good voting going on in there, and Ohio State Notre Dame has taken the lead on being the most anticipated week 1 matchup. And speaking of Notre Dame, we have on the Neighbors Wealth Management hotline a guy that does a fantastic job covering Notre Dame for The Athletic. He is one Pete Sampson. Pete, good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm great. I'm pleased to hear that Notre Dame Ohio State is edging out Alabama, Utah State.
Well, we don't even have Bama, Utah State in there. Right? It is slightly edging out UGA, Oregon, though. That is the one that's in second place right now. But speaking of that, I mean, we do have a top 5 matchup, and it's quite a sexy matchup right there. But Brian Kelly leaves after an 11-win season last year. Marcus Freeman comes in to replace him. Brian Kelly starts having a fake Cajun accent. Then Marcus Freeman comes in, and the biggest win looks like having retained Tommy Rees as the offensive coordinator. What has the culture been like change-wise from Brian Kelly to Marcus Freeman up there in South Bend this year?
I mean, there's a lot more energy around Notre Dame football now, and I think that just goes back to a young, kind of sharp head coach who I think people naturally gravitate towards. So that sort of helped revitalize some things up here. Not stale might be too harsh of a word for Brian Kelly because, the guy did win 54 games in his last 5 years. But I think Notre Dame was looking for, if they could revitalize some things, especially in recruiting. I think Notre Dame's played enough games against Georgia or Alabama or Clemson or even Ohio State to come away thinking, like, if you're going to beat those teams, you got to have your talent level closer to them, and that's where I think you're really seeing the biggest dividends from Marcus Freeman so far is they're recruiting much more like a top 5 team instead of a top 15 team.
And I don't know if you happen to catch Paul Feinbaum on Get Up today, but he kind of had some choice words to say about the Notre Dame-Ohio State matchup, saying he thought we can eliminate Notre Dame today. We don't have to wait until the first week of the CFP. But I imagine hearing something like that, if you're a member of the team, hearing a statement like that from someone as big as Feinbaum, that it just kind of lights a fire under you. Like he may have just inadvertently given Notre Dame. He just gave Notre Dame another reason for this to win this Ohio State game.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of bulletin board with this. Like, you can even go back to some of the things Marcus Freeman said about Ohio State in the offseason, which, they got twisted around. But if you're looking for motivation stuff, you don't really care about context or anything like that. But Notre Dame's going to be 2 touchdown underdogs for a reason because Ohio State's a lot more talented. So it's an incredible test out of the gate for a first-year head coach going, forget the whole alma mater stuff. It's a really, really good football team that he's going to have to face in week 1.
Yeah, and I wanted to continue with that. I wanted to know how well Notre Dame really needs to play against Ohio State, win or lose, to make people believe that they are a top 5 team.
I think that, if Notre Dame sort of replicated performances, like, you remember when they went down to Georgia in 2019, you have the ball, fourth quarter, final drive, chance to tie it or win it, or even the Georgia game up here. If you got something like that in a loss, if you're Notre Dame, I think the fan base would come out thinking, like, all right, they've got a chance to win their next 11 games, or at least their next 8 until Clemson visits in early November. So I think if Notre Dame has a chance to tie or go ahead in the fourth quarter or at any moment, I think that's probably you'd feel good about it if you're a Notre Dame fan.
Yeah, and I definitely agree on that. I'm looking to see some production going into this season compared to last, especially against, Ohio State right off the bat. That's going to be a tough game, and after that, Notre Dame doesn't really have too much competition until you said the Clemson game, which knowing Notre Dame, they should be able to pull out the win on that, but we never know until that time comes. But and my next question would be over the additions to the team. There's a lot of freshmen. There's a few transfers. Who is going to make the biggest impact going into this season to change the mentality that the team will have actually on the field?
I think the biggest addition is Brandon Joseph, who was a transfer from Northwestern. He was a freshman All-America there. Had an okay sophomore season, but a safety who has man coverage skills, those are hard to find in college, so he will make a big, big difference there. And then you got a new quarterback, Tyler Buckner, who played a little bit in a relief role or kind of a change-up role last year as more of a run-first quarterback. Can he show that he's a pass-first guy with really plus athleticism? That's what Notre Dame thinks that they have in him, but they haven't really cut that loose so far in limited opportunities last year. So those are 2 new names. One new entirely, the other one that you probably wouldn't know if you didn't follow Notre Dame closely, but those 2 guys have to have very big years for Notre Dame.
All right, Pete, I got one that we've got Kyron Williams is out. Running game, it's another rebuild right there with the running game. And what are we looking at with the running game options? Because receiving, it doesn't look like much either. The skill positions for this offense look very bare compared to previous years, but also last year really wasn't that great as well with the skill players. But Notre Dame still came out with an 11-win season and actually was a loss. If they didn't lose to Cincinnati, we would have seen Alabama Notre Dame instead of Alabama Cincinnati in the playoff.
Yeah, they needed one more upset. They really needed Georgia to beat Alabama in the SEC championship game. Notre Dame's maybe in the playoff at that point. But as I would remind everybody, at Notre Dame, the tight end is a skill position player. So they still have Michael Mayer there, who I think is elite, the best tight end in the country, full stop. But Kyron Williams, that's a good player to bring up because he was really like an attitude setter for the entire offense last year. He played with such a swagger that guys had to sort of get up on his level. I think Mayer could be that way, but very few players have sort of the outgoing personality of Williams. And he did a little bit of everything. Like if a run play wasn't blocked well, he could still take it for 80 yards. Could help you in the pass game. Great leadership. So there is no doubt at wide receiver they need some surprises, whether that's sophomore Lorenzo Styles or senior Braden Lindsey or even freshman Tobias Merriweather. They need multiple guys to take big steps forward because you cannot do it alone with a elite offensive line, a great tight end, good running backs. Chris Tyree, I think, has a lot of ability going into his junior year, but outside the numbers, that's where Notre Dame is just, they haven't recruited well enough to stack up against the other teams that are winning in the college football playoff.
Right, kind of talking about positions where they may need to step up a little bit, but wide receiver is going to be really interesting to see from Notre Dame, as it is sad that they lost really to his second ACL tear, Avery Davis, but they're sitting at about at least 5 healthy receivers and a ton of walk-on receivers as well. How do you feel like this wide receiver core is going to shape out over the course of the season?
I think Lorenzo Styles has a chance to be like a great college receiver. He had an outstanding bowl game going into his sophomore year. You know, the light's not going to be on all the time there, but I think he has a chance to sort of be like the next, whether it's Will Fuller or Miles Boykin or Chase Claypool, like an early round draft pick type. Beyond that, that's where they need the surprises. Like Tobias Merriweather is a freshman. They recruited out of the Pacific Northwest. They're very high on him. But, yeah, as the wide receivers coach told me yesterday, like, you're not going to put a true freshman out there in Columbus and ask him to play 70 plays. He's got great speed. He's 6'5", can jump. But he's going to have to grow into that role during the season. So, that's why if I'm Tommy Rees, the OC, it's a lot of 2 tight end sets. It's maybe some 2 back sets. 11 personnel, which everyone runs all the time. I don't think that's Notre Dame's best 11 guys on the field based on what they have at wide receiver. They're probably better off figuring out how do you get big with 2 tight ends, maybe split out Mayer, bring in another tight end. I think that it's really going to stress the creativity of Tommy Rees this year to how do you maximize what's available because you don't have the guy who just wins on the outside all the time.
Pete Sampson of The Athletic on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. You could follow him on Twitter at @PeteSampson_. And let's go a little more into the schedule, Pete, as you got your yearly ones with USC closing it out. Navy, you get your 5 ACC games, which includes Clemson this year. And this looks like a very serviceable schedule sans the Ohio State and the Clemson games. But what is the realistic expectation that a lot of people, Irish fans who are not diehard, like, I don't want to talk about
not
the praise.
national championship or bust.
Exactly that. Thank you very much. I was trying to get lost my train of thought.
Yeah, if you could eliminate that perspective, I think that 10-2 would be a very good debut season for a first-year head coach with the schedule, especially when I'm not going to mark down Ohio State as a loss here on August 16th, but that's going to be very, very difficult. And so let's say they're 0-1. At that point, if you went 10-1 the rest of the way, considering that Clemson and USC, I think BYU might be tricky in Las Vegas. You go to North Carolina. These are games Notre Dame should win, but it's hard to win every game that you're supposed to win. Brian Kelly did that at Notre Dame. Nick Saban does that, but not a lot of coaches do. So will a first-year head coach not have a flat performance from his team against a team that is okay, and then you end up getting upset? That's possible. So I think 10-2 would be a very, very good season for Marcus Freeman in year one.
One more thing that I've got people asking me to ask this question, even though I know you don't control any of the television aspect of NBC or anything like that. But what is going on with this announced team that is going to be going for NBC for these Notre Dame games with Jack Collinsworth doing? He can't even slide like his dad.
Yeah,
and Jason Garrett doing the NBC games for Notre Dame this year.
Tough act to follow, like Tirico, whoever it was going to be. But Collinsworth's a young guy. I think he's 27. Not a lot of play-by-play experience, but went to Notre Dame, sort of gets the place. And then Jason Garrett, I think, is just sort of an out-of-left-field pick because, I mean, you think of the analysts Notre Dame has had. You had Tony Dungy one year, you had Drew Brees one year, you had Mike Mayock, who I think is incredible.
I agree with that.
You have breakdown play-by-play. To go to Jason Garrett now, I think Notre Dame fans are just like, we have our own contract here with you. This is our own network, and this is a confusing announcer pairing. I think that's probably a generous way to describe it if you're a Notre Dame fan.
Confusing indeed, most definitely.
Yeah.
So, final question before we let you go right here, Pete. As we talked about with the schedule, expectation 10-2 is really in play right here. What are we going to be talking about with Marcus Freeman more in the midseason than what is going to be the most? God, I can't get my word out.
You'll get it.
Simple. Come on, anyway. What are we going to be talking about mainly with this Notre Dame team besides Michael Mayer?
I think that it's how Marcus Freeman manages games as a head coach. I spent some time with him this summer, and I was just like, how do you spend your days? And he's like, I spend a lot of time studying game tape, not just Notre Dame, not just opponents, but like, what do you do in the final 4 minutes of a half? How do you manage the final 2 minutes? How do you coach it to make sure the players know where to be, what to do? Like, Brian Kelly's 30-plus years of head coaching experience, he'd sort of seen every down and distance, every clock management. He'd screwed up some of them, and he got most of them right. Like, Marcus Freeman to do this all for the first time is going to be a challenge. So I kind of want to see some game situations where Notre Dame's new head coach makes some really smart, experienced decisions, despite the fact that he doesn't have a lot of experience. That I'm going to be watching very closely, how he manages end of halves, how he manages end of games. That's going to be really interesting to me.
You can follow him on Twitter at Pete Sampson _. He is Pete Sampson of The Athletic, talking Notre Dame football. Pete, very much appreciate the time, sir, and we'll probably get you on a little bit closer to Notre Dame, Ohio State to give a full Week 1 preview on that.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Pete.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, play-by-play.
Yes, sir.
With the Bandi Man. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
Do you have discomfort in your legs? Varicose veins can affect not only how your legs look, but how they feel. Symptoms of varicose veins include pain, swelling, aching, heaviness, and fatigue. Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Vein Care of Huntsville can diagnose and treat your varicose veins with the latest minimally invasive techniques. Diagnosis and treatment is covered by most insurances. Call 256-715-7151 to schedule your free screening. Go to bestveincarehuntsville.com.
At Bryant Bank, we believe your goals are worth chasing, and every step along the way is worth celebrating. From your hopes for the future to the challenges that keep you up at night, we're here for you. Bryant bankers put care into action to help you live legendary by stepping up when you need us most and doing what's right even when no one is watching. Come experience a local bank whose people greet you by name and treat you like family. Bryant Bank, member FDIC.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding a solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
You want the right specialist for your recovery. At SportsMed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center, we understand every body is different. Your muscles and bones are unique, as is your body. Our SportsMed specialists offer innovative treatments and minimally invasive procedures, allowing you to quickly return to the life you love. Locations in Huntsville, Madison, Athens, and Decatur, and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com. Improving performance, improving lives.
In 1982, Bob Baumhauer introduced Alabama to the Buffalo Wild Wing, and quite frankly, we've never been the same. Back then, it was Wings and Things in Tuscaloosa, but now, 40 years later, after 4 name changes, Baumhauer's Victory Grill is the #1 sports-themed restaurant in the state. Bob's Alabama Hot Chicken is something that has to be tried to believe, plus the new Bam Bam Chicken and the Louisiana-style Go Fish, a whitefish over rice topped with shrimp etouffee. And Baumhauer's is fighting inflation with some new affordable favorites. Visit Baumhauer's on the South Parkway today.
And welcome back, everyone, to the Afternoon Blitz here on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Network. I am your host, the Bandi Man, Bailey Lowry, joined by Captain Cool John Abraham.
Yo.
And our always reliable producer, Smokey Mike Huncho. If you want to join the show, you can call in 256-576-4977. And you can listen to us on the Zone app and now the Blitz Sports app.
Let's go.
We are now available on Apple and Android devices, so be sure to download it ASAP.
I already did.
You already did?
I did.
As did I. I
did a week ago.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got Android.
Yeah, I had the nice little setup of already listening and having the Blitz on my telephone or my cell phone.
Got that pre-release.
Yeah, I got the I got the beta, man.
You got the beta?
I got the beta.
Using the open beta. But you can also follow us on Twitter at @theblitz_sports and on Facebook at The Blitz Sports Radio. You can follow me on Twitter at BLowry2016, Captain Cool, CPT Cool 420, and Smokey Mike Huncho at Rose Scholar.
Smokey.
Now we're the ass boys. There it is. All right. Now we got some good esports news over the weekend. I want to get to some Super Smash Con results I didn't get to yesterday, on top of the modding scene for Marvel's Spider-Man. This is all coming up here on ePlay-by-Play.
Time to catch up on esports with ePlay-by-Play with the Bandi Man.
Now to wrap up over the weekend, Super Smash Con, one of the majors for Super Smash Brothers, just as a franchise, took place over the weekend, and we got some results and some new Twitter beef going on because of it. So the person who took number one was a guy named Onan, who played Steve from Minecraft. He won grand finals over Meister, who played Mr. Game & Watch, and my actual main character, Sora. And that was actually his first appearance in a grand final. But the reason this has caused so much controversy is that now this should Steve be banned debate has sparked once again. I get tired of talking about this topic a little bit. Steve is a really good character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's not a surprise. He does change the way you need to play the game. He does create an environment you either need to get around in a platform fighter, or you need to break with your own moves. He's the only character in the game you fight this way, but he is not ban-worthy. He is not Smash 4 Bayonetta ban-worthy. He is not Super Smash Bros. Brawl Meta Knight ban-worthy. He is not even Super Smash Bros. Melee wobbling ban-worthy. Now, people are talking about this because he's starting to make more appearances. He used to be considered a mid-tier character, and now because he's been getting more results, he has then climbed the ranks and is now considered a top tier. In fact, the best in the game. But he is not making the appearances yet that the other characters I just mentioned have made. I'll talk about the same tournament. We only had 2 Steve players in top 16.
2?
Only 2. And one of them placed 9th. D-Dog. 2. But if we go down, because Super Smash Con holds tournaments for every Smash Brothers title, including Smash 64. And I love watching the Smash 64 tournament at these events. In fact, Yoshi won the tournament, not the de facto best character in the game, Pikachu.
Yoshi.
And speaking of that, that's another character that could have been considered ban-worthy, was Smash 64 Pikachu. Can you guess how many appearances that character made in top 8?
7.
7? Smokey?
11.
In top 8?
Yes, in top 8.
Yes, in top 8.
We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 appearances from Pikachu in top 8.
Darn it, I was closer.
What happened to Jigglypuff?
Jigglypuff, considered a mid-tier in Smash 64 because it's just kind of a lesser Kirby, but Rest is still a powerful move. But she only made 1 appearance.
Oh, shame. Shame.
But Yoshi won the whole tournament, so we can be proud of that. Smash 4. How many times do you think Bayonetta appeared in top 8?
I'm going to say 4.
Smokey?
12.
We have 5 appearances from Bayonetta
Dang,
in
I was
top 8.
close. I'm so close every single time.
And
So close.
And four of those appearances were people who only main Bayonetta. They don't play anybody else but her.
It's not fun.
In Super Smash Bros. Brawl, little spoiler alert, we had 4 appearances from Meta Knight in top 8, and we had a Meta Knight Ditto match in Grand Finals.
Ditto.
Yep, that means it was both Meta Knight in Grand Finals. So if you didn't like watching one Meta Knight, you're not going to like watching 2.
He sounds angry today.
He is.
Yeah,
He's stern about this situation.
Because this always comes across my Twitter feed whenever Steve starts doing well at a Smash Ultimate tournament. It's that,
Steve,
oh my...
you talking Scuba Steve?
No, Steve from Minecraft. It's like...
Smokey's been in and out of the conversation.
Oh my gosh, you people get hit by like 170% combo and think he needs to be banned. We get it. He has bad tools. Stop standing under Steve when he has iron. It's not that hard.
Just gotta be smart about it. You just gotta know his next move.
There are 80 plus characters in this game. I guarantee you one of them knows how to fight Steve.
Link.
It's like, that's probably, we're going to be dealing, y'all, actually, I don't even play Smash Ultimate, I can say this. Y'all are going to be dealing with Steve for the next 4 to 5 years because that's probably about the time it's going to take for us to get another Smash title. Because we need to wait until Nintendo comes along with a new console, and then about a year or 2 later, they are then going to show off Smash Brothers for that system.
And there's no telling whether Steve's going to be in that game or not because Minecraft's as big as ever.
It's going to continue getting bigger.
Steve ain't going away.
It stays getting big. I mean, we don't know if he's going to return for the new game. That's a whole debate in of itself. Contracts, oh my gosh. Licensing deals. I mean, look up the franchising and licensing nightmare they had to go through just to get Sora into the game. Imagine having to deal with Disney lawyers.
It's not as easy as just throwing random people in Fortnite.
Yeah, but the problem is that he's now making an appearance that some of these players don't know how to fight Steve. Like they're citing that the reason these Steves are winning in top 8 is that they don't have real matchup knowledge against these characters. And it's like you are playing Roy and Joker. And hold on, let me look up the other top 8. You were playing Roy, Joker, Fox, Wario, characters that had been in the game since launch. People know how to fight these characters. They know their game plan. Steve is a somewhat recent DLC character. He's come up in the ranks. You'll have 4 to 5 more years. 80 plus characters. You will find one that can fight Steve.
Yeah.
It will not be this way forever. You do not need to ban him. It is not that bad. Go back to Marvel 3 when we had X Factor Level 3 Dark Phoenix. Look it up on YouTube and you will see what broken is.
I stand right by you with this whole claim though. I mean, Steve, it's just what happens. There's 80 something players. I agree. You'll find somebody that'll figure it out. Give it some more time. You'll be able to finish him off anytime you want.
Exactly. The players that are screaming that these Steve players don't have matchup knowledge themselves against Steve.
Get better.
And guess what? I don't either, but I don't play the game, so it's not my job to know it. Well, actually, I guess it kind of is now since I'm hosting an esports segment. But
the realization hits.
But moving on from that into Fortnite, the Dragon Ball crossover event has officially gone live within the game, so you can go play within yourself. And I've actually played it myself for about an hour this morning when I was kind of getting ready for the show. I hopped on and just to see what it was like, and oh my gosh, I've never had more fun in Fortnite.
Not even with Ariana Grande's concert?
Nope, not even when they had the Thanos event either, and everyone was going around collecting Infinity Stones to get the Infinity Gauntlet and jump around as Thanos and floss as him too.
That was some bull.
It's not the same. It's not the same as riding the Nimbus as Goku and shooting a Kamehameha all the way up in the sky just to team wipe a whole squad. Oh, it feels good.
Fortnite's back, baby.
It is back, and that's shown by the numbers too, because estimated with all consoles, PC combined, there are about almost 3 million concurrent players online right now playing Fortnite.
3 million children playing Fortnite right now. Can you believe it? What's your kid doing?
Hey, I'm going to be one of those 3 million when I get home from work today, so.
And one Bandi man.
2.9 million players and one Bandi man. But did you know that Marvel's Spider-Man has actually made it onto PC?
Finally.
And with that, the modding scene has already gone wild. It has only been 4 days. Leave it to PC releases to get the mod teams out of the woodworks, but a Kingpin mod for Spider-Man, I need to look up
Can you be Kingpin?
Yep. So they're modding the suits to where they're now replacing them with character models. So now you can sling around New York as Kingpin.
I gotta see that.
Oh my.
You can sling around New York as Kingpin, the Vulture, even Mary Jane, and probably my favorite one, Stan Lee himself.
Mary Jane. That's a nice one right there.
I knew you'd say something.
Yeah, man.
And the fun part is, all these mods work in cutscenes.
Oh, that's gonna be just like what was it, Resident Evil? How they did all those mods with those, with Lady Dimitrescu or whatever her name
Lady
is.
Dimitrescu.
They just changed her around, made her look like Mickey Mouse at times, picking you up, throwing you around. That's just how it is.
Okay, that's actually something I wanted to ask y'all. Have y'all played the new Resident Evils?
Negative Ghost Rider.
I played some of the first. What was this? Was it the 7th one that came out?
Yeah, Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, whenever they first started doing a different style of Resident Evil.
Just a quick detour. If y'all have not played the new Resident Evils 7, and I'm talking about Resident Evil 7 and 8 specifically, give them a shot. Resident Evil 7 is a lot more on the scarier side. They delve right back into the horror and from a first-person view. So if you're looking from that for Resident Evil, give it a shot. 8 delves a little more into the action, but there's still a lot of that horror element there, and it reminds me a lot of Resident Evil 4.
Oh.
So if you want that kind of same vibe, but in the new Resident Evil engine and from the first-person view, give Village a shot. It's worth your money.
Yeah. Well, we'll do. And you get Lady Dimitrescu, whatever her name is.
Lady Dimitrescu.
Big Amazonian woman.
All right, I don't know how I'm going to transition from Resident Evil to League of Legends, but here we go. So, patch 12.16 is about to hit the Rift, and with that, it's going to be the first of the World Championship-focused patches, and with that comes buffs and nerfs to champions. And I'm seeing a lot of buffs on this list that they've already said they're going to implement, and 2 nerfs. So, champion buffs, going off the list. If you main any of these champions, expect to have some good news coming your way in the future. Tristana, Zoe, my champion. Yes, Zoe buffs. Irelia, Caitlin, Kaisa, Jace, Vladimir, and Malphite. Vladimir is what we call a sustained champ, which means I will stay in lane. I don't have mana, so it doesn't matter to me. And I will stay in lane. You will not. And I will heal off of everything, because that's what Vladimir does. And 2 nerfs coming. Yumi, always happy for Yumi nerfs. And Zeri, one of the latest AD carry champions that Riot has implemented. And kind of a unique one in the fact that her auto attacks, where you normally click on a minion or a champion, and the attack will automatically hit them. Hers don't work like that. Hers are actually a skill shot which you have to aim. You will aim in the direction of what you click at, and it actually has to hit. But either way, good nerfs to those champions. Zeri deserved one. Yumi, I'm always happy to see her. You just latch onto somebody, and you can heal them for free. Just get that champion out of the game. But from League to Multiverses, we have data mine leaks. So these data mine leaks might confirm some future characters coming to Multiverses, because we have voice lines.
Give me Raven.
Raven actually is one of them.
Let's go.
There are voice lines for Raven interacting with other members of the Teen Titans.
Whoa. Cyborg.
Is Captain Cool going to be in it?
That would be awesome.
There's a Teen Titans Go reference.
Really?
So it sounds like it's from Finn, but speculators have said it might be Robin.
Okay. I gotta look up that. I gotta see where that's coming from right there.
But the other voice lines that we have are Beetlejuice, the original Beetlejuice, and the Wicked Witch of Oz.
You mean the Wicked Witch of the West?
Well, it says the Wicked Witch of Oz.
It's just of Oz.
So
Of Oz?
Yeah, I mean
the Witch of Oz.
I mean, no,
there's more witches there's more than one witch in Oz.
Please.
Well, I know, but wasn't like the Wicked Witch of the West, the good, like the good witch of the East, like the
one that gets squashed by the house,
the indifferent witch of the North, and
there's too many, man.
The indecisive witch of the South.
I don't know all that Wizard
all
of
about
Oz
directions.
lore. I don't know that stuff. I just know red slippers. Click them twice, you go back to Utah, Kansas. I mean,
click them 3 times. Come on.
Click them 3 times.
And the Tin Man doesn't have a heart.
Sad, dude.
And
Neither do I.
And the Lion's a coward. But we have also voice lines for Stripe, which is going to be... So get this. They're going to have Stripe, and apparently there's going to be a skin for Gizmo.
So who's Stripe? Who's Stripe?
So Stripe is the main villain of Gremlins, who
Okay,
have already been
yeah.
confirmed with Black Adam, but
Okay.
Gizmo is one of the other Gremlins.
Yeah.
So a Gizmo skin for Stripe, all right.
Okay. It's just like with Cake, how Cake and Jake, they're 2 different people, but I'm glad that they have a Cake skin for Jake, because you don't have to have 1,000 characters. It's just a skin that you can add on to a character that's practically the exact same.
So, and along with that, we also have a Dr. Harleen Quinzel skin for Harley Quinn.
I gotta get that. Is that the Batman animated series inspired?
I believe so.
Or is it from the HBO Max Harley Quinn?
Or is it from the Suicide Squad?
They haven't said which one. My personal pick would be the animated series.
I would too, yes. I like that one. And I think in the style that Multiverses goes with, it would be perfect.
On top of Lord of the Rings characters.
One ring to rule them all.
Give me the little gremlin dude.
So potentially what they were thinking with Lord of the Rings were Gandalf and Legolas.
How many legs does he got?
Do you know who Legolas is?
Nope. I don't watch Lord of the Rings.
Neither do I.
Orlando Bloom?
Orlando Bloom?
The guy with the archer? The guy with the bow.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Legolas.
Legolas.
That guy.
My wife would kill me.
The
It's
elf.
Like we're talking this, and she's screaming through the radio.
She is
But
punching the monitor right now.
You know, it's just the funniest thing, though, because she's like, you haven't seen a little bit of any Lord of the Rings or whatever, but you know this, like, I know this particular line. One ring to rule them all.
You only need one.
One ring to find them. And in darkness, bind them. She's like, how the hell do you know that? Clerks.
There you go.
Yeah.
Spin bars.
Clerks too, man.
You shall not pass.
Have you guys ever watched any of the Clerks?
I think I've watched the first
First one would be in black and white.
No, I've watched the second one then.
Second one's with Rosario Dawson, and they pick on that Elijah kid
Yeah.
about bad forces.
Isn't this this might be the movie I'm thinking of? Is it where they meet Stan Lee, or is that a different movie?
That's a different movie.
Okay,
But,
I think I'm thinking of a
no,
totally
the Clerks
different
2 was basically Dante and Randall working in movies.
one. Okay.
Do you know movies? The Cow?
Yeah.
Bailey, have you watched much of Jay and Silent Bob or Kevin Smith? The
I've
Kevin
seen,
Smith
I've
universe?
seen clips from Jay and Silent Bob. I haven't watched a full movie yet.
Oh, so you haven't watched like Dogma or Mallrats or anything like that?
Mallrats is the one I was talking about.
I haven't, but I
Hartford,
know of them.
The Whale, man.
The woman with the I don't want to go into that one.
No. But I mean, that's a classic line
Yeah.
because he's playing NHL '94, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Look, I don't have much. Like, you never get this with the. It's Hartford,
Yeah.
the Whale."
So that's why it was similar though. That's why, because I've watched the Mallrats movie, and that's what the first thing I got into my head whenever you said Clerks. It reminded me of the Mallrats movie, which I watched a long time ago while I was a kid, and I was like, she's got 3 boobies. I was like, what the heck? Pepperoni.
See, the first movie I saw with that thought was Total Recall.
Oh, yeah, Total Recall was everybody's first ones on that. But the Kevin Smith universe is actually quite fantastic. When you got Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Dogma is a fantastic one.
Dogma.
Dogma, probably Ben Affleck and Matt Damon's best dual role right
Jeez.
there. But yeah, I would say go into the Kevin Smith family of movies, and you might actually dig that Kevin Smith universe or the Jay and Silent Bob universe.
Huh.
Oh,
what did I
put
find?
a little esports into it? I saw that our Friday guest, one Mr. Joe Hunk, Madden has dropped today for the ones that paid for the the pre-order and all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Malik Willis has got 92 speed.
Malik Willis?
Yeah.
I saw that.
Oh,
ridiculous.
Yeah, I know, right? He's faster than about all but 2 running backs.
Ryan Tannehill's 86, I believe. I think I saw the exact same post by the Big Joe.
I don't know. See, what's like the general consensus on it though? Because all I've seen right now just been like some just basic clips of gameplay, or just people freaking out that the gritty's in Madden now.
Random people can do it.
Actually, I haven't seen much about it, but I really don't check reactions until at least 3 days after, when they start doing just those small patches at the beginning. So I generally hold off on any type of review setup until 3 days later.
I'll hold off until it's on Game Pass for me. So,
well, you know what's another game that potentially might be coming out, and I mean honestly, I don't know how to feel about Overwatch 2. I really don't. It's because the way they're marketing it, it seems like it's going to be a brand new game, and that they're bringing this new PvE mode. But then you see footage of Overwatch 2, and it's just like, this is the exact same game. It looks the exact same. The HUD is almost the same.
So for people like back when I was super into Overwatch, whenever Overwatch 2 was announced, the hype was real. We got to see some gameplay. We got to see a lot of new skins. I was very invested. And then the longer and longer that it's just been, being kind of pushed back, and we've been just waiting for it, the hype has so much died down.
Yeah, I will say what's kind of keeping it alive is the new heroes. Like, the ones they revealed so far are kind of like the female Junkrat, but he's more melee based and has a really cool design. She's been really hyping up the marketing, but what they also just announced might hype it up even more. So they are getting cross progression and account merging.
There you go.
It's coming for the original game.
Yeah.
So anything you unlocked on Overwatch 1, you will be able to merge it into Overwatch 2. And from what it sounds like, Overwatch 2 is going to be free for just the multiplayer.
Yeah.
And the PvE mode is going to be separate. Like, you can buy that on your own.
So like Fortnite.
Yeah, like Fortnite.
Yeah.
Which I think is a much smarter decision to go with. Granted, the game basically looks the same.
Yeah, it's the same with the Halo. They did the campaign for like $60, but you can play the multiplayer for free.
Yeah, I feel like if Overwatch tried to get away with a $60, like a full price buy-in for Overwatch 2, maybe even a $40 one, I don't even think they could have gotten away with that kind of backlash.
I mean, maybe. I think the 40, like if it was a $40 price tag on Overwatch 2, I think that'd be fine. But because it is just, it's like Madden, you know? It's a big update. We got new skins. We got a few new heroes. We got some maps and all that stuff. But in the end of the day, you know, I mean, it's the same looking. But the difference here is Overwatch is from 2016, 2015. So the graphics haven't really improved too much. And we got skins that we can go back and play with our old skins now with cross progression. So it's like the game hasn't even changed at all.
Yeah, but there is a catch. What? You can only do it once.
Okay, so no Smurf accounts.
So if for whatever reason you play on multiple accounts and maybe you drop one and you're trying to merge another one, kind of can't do it. You can only pick one account to merge, and you better pick your primary system. And Overwatch 2 is going to replace the original game at launch.
I know, that's crazy.
So, I mean, this isn't going to be a case of, if I don't like the way Overwatch 2 plays, I can just go back and play Overwatch 1 and just kind of see what that's like, go back to something I'm familiar with. That's not going to be the case. You need to enjoy Overwatch 1 while it's still around, because once Overwatch 2 drops, you won't have a chance to play it again.
Which I don't think you should worry about it too much, though, because I'm pretty sure the game is going to play practically the exact same. It's just going to have the updated characters, and you're not able to go back and play certain patches. So you're really not losing anything. Game's free. Got a lot of cool new skins. Can't wait to play as D.Va and destroy kids again. I gotta go home and honestly not play the turbo golfing. I just gotta play Overwatch, get hyped up and get ready, because this conversation's got me there.
Oh, you were a D.Va main?
I used to be. I changed to Mora and I was playing Brigitte, and I like to play a lot of tank and a lot of not a lot of DPS, surprisingly.
Man, you gotta stick it out here with us Mercy mains, man.
Oh, I could never. I tried. I couldn't.
But either way, we gotta close out this segment. We're gonna wrap up the show in the next 15 minutes with the DF3 with Smokey Mike Huncho.
And also, just to let the people know, we've got a little bit of something else that we're going to go into fantasy-wise that we were talking about beginning of the show and see. I want to gauge your guys' thoughts on this one. DraftKings, NFT. What's going on there?
Jeez.
You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
The Blitz has been called.
Do you have discomfort in your legs? Varicose veins can affect not only how your legs look, but how they feel. Symptoms of varicose veins include pain, swelling, aching, heaviness, and fatigue. Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Vein Care of Huntsville can diagnose and treat your varicose veins with the latest minimally invasive techniques. Diagnosis and treatment is covered by most insurances. Call 256-715-7151 to schedule your free screening. Go to bestveincarehuntsville.com.
Tom Abraham here for my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time, or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding a solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
What's better than Valley Equipment Rental? 2 Valley Equipment Rentals, and that's just what we have now. The original on the South Memorial Parkway between Drake and Airport Road, and their second location on North Memorial Parkway just north of Winchester Road. Valley Equipment is locally owned and has more skid steers, excavators, and lifts than anyone in the area, plus all the small tools that you need to get the job done like a pro. And if you are a pro, you need to check out the new North location now because Valley Equipment has what you need. Learn more at valleyequipmentrents.com.
This is Wes Neighbors talking to Chris Haygood of Bob Wallace Appliance. Chris, what sets you apart from other appliance dealerships?
Wes, these appliances are going into the most used room in your house, your kitchen. The way we have these appliances displayed, it's easy for you to visualize how they'll look in your home. Wes, what sets us apart is the people. They're well trained. In fact, they live and breathe these appliances. And if you need service, you'll really appreciate our parts department.
Contact Bob Wallace Appliance at 256-533-2121.
Welcome back into the Afternoon Blitz. Final segment right here on this Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday. Anyway, 256-576-4977 is the phone number to get in. I know you people probably did a little bit of Star-Lording like I did just now. Every time that song comes on, it's got to be Star-Lord time. But this is time for, as we close out each and every day,
Ladies and gentlemen, the DF3.
All right, we're going to do quickly with the DF3 today as I want to get into this Rainmakers setup that DraftKings is going on right here. So first and foremost, the Angels aren't exactly fantastic, and Robbie Ray is the ace of the Mariners, so I would say take him as your pitcher. A close second would be Verlander. Not to be confused with Homelander, but Verlander. Mr. Kate Upton. He's actually the favorite for the Cy Young in the American League this year. Like, he's the betting odds favorite.
Golf
How
king.
in the hell did that happen?
Out of nowhere. He's 15-3, so he's not
Anyway, Rockies, Cardinals. Last time I tried playing it, it was wrong. It was bad. I'm going at it again.
Let's go.
Paul Goldschmidt, take him. And then Boston's in Pittsburgh. Pirates, and not exactly too hot right there. Rafael Devers has been having a pretty good last couple of weeks. I say take Devers. So Ray, Devers, Goldschmidt. That's who you need to take right there. And now, the interesting thing that I wanted to get into more with the fantasy guide, because I discussed it with you two, and then we actually Bailey opened up a DraftKings account without even asking me. Like, I could have gave him a referral code and everything, and we could have had a little bit of extra free cash in there.
No, I already had one.
He already had one.
Oh.
He was very quick with it to not have one.
Yeah,
All right? He was
I know,
already
right?
opening packs as soon as you said something about
Yeah,
it.
no, I was like, I didn't know about this. I already have a DraftKings account, I'm pretty sure, so I signed in to see what it was.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So Rainmakers is this NFT-based fantasy game where if you do have a DraftKings account, you can open up a free starter pack, which will have everything you need for playing this NFT fantasy football, the Rainmakers. And then you could also get other players by going into the marketplace and buying NFT cards. I have seen a legendary Mahomes put on the market for 6 figures in DraftKings.
No.
6-figure NFT, guys. But anyway, so if just for people, Bailey, I would like you to pull yours up just so people will know what you're getting with your core packs. It looks like what's set up is one quarterback, one running back, 2 wide receivers, a flex, and a kicker. Or wait, one quarterback, 1 running back, 2 wide receiver, kicker.
Did you get a kicker, Bandy?
Let's see.
Flex and kicker.
I don't remember if
Yeah,
you got a Bandy.
he got McManus.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
My kicker is Riley Patterson for the Detroit Lions. quarterback Zach Wilson, then running back Donta Foreman of the Carolina Panthers, who knows how much playing time he's going to get because he's behind Chuba Hubbard and CMC.
Yep, I currently have, let's see, Brandon McManus, Derek Carr, Gus Edwards, Hayden Hurst, Tim Patrick, and Tyler Lockett.
Now that doesn't suck.
Tyler Lockett is not a bad pick. Same with Derek Carr.
But what I'm seeing, this is a marketplace where you open up packs to get cards of players that you can then trade on a marketplace for money to then build your best possible lineup. Stop me if this is sounding familiar to anyone who's ever played any sports game ever.
Oh, you mean like, well, let me finish out mine real quick, though. Wide receiver-wise, I got I've got James Washington of all flipping people, but then Mike Evans and Tyreek are my last two. But to your point, ultimate team, my team. This is basically my team money, right? Like, this is my team with money on the line.
It's not a bad idea.
You want to play my team with real money? Well, now you can.
But also, let's see. It says that you can, hold on, win. So DraftKings is putting $1 million in cash and experiences every week of the football season with this NFT pack, or Rainmakers NFT Fantasy Football, and then you can win free player car NFT prize packs and earn achievement and leaderboard rewards all season long. So there are opportunities to get some more free packs, free things, and maybe even a little bit of winning. Bailey, how much is in that DraftKings account of yours? Zero?
Zero.
You hadn't even put a single dime on it.
Nope. But I just can't wait for them to release that Galaxy Opal Patrick Mahomes that gets a 50% point bonus against the Patriots.
Well, that's what it is. Like, that's how you get these like this Patrick Mahomes legendary that I'm seeing for 6 figures out here. I think that's probably a 100-point boost or something like that. I mean,
oh my gosh.
I didn't see exactly what it was, but I saw 6 figures and I was like, hell no.
Yeah, let me see what's up with this. Oh no, it's just, this is literally just because it has it's a superstar status card, and part of the Genesis set. Oh, it's got an animated background.
Yeah, that's gonna cost you a few thousands.
Animated background.
I gotta say, the whole the concept of it is cool. NFTs, maybe not so cool. Either way, I think it's real life Ultimate Team, and honestly, if you can't find any football cards out and about, because those already go for $1 million, this is the next best thing. So I might actually have to hop on this and have a little bit of fun with it, because if I get free packs, that's free money right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta say, like, with the free pools that DraftKings has and all I mean, I know a guy that hadn't even put a single lick of cash into DraftKings, and he's got like $12 in his account.
$12?
Because he's using the free pools and making some money off of that. But the music is cued, which means it is our time to go. So, freaking Chad back in the background. Anyway, we'll be back in 22 hours with a Wild Wednesday in the Afternoon Blitz. Shut up. I hate that camel. Absolutely hate that camel. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. We'll be back tomorrow starting at 2. You've been listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
Great food and the best live entertainment is what it's